Eating this cheese, rapping the beats, yeah. I am just so happy to be here in this very moment. It's imperative we share it, homies. So thank y'all for caring for me. It's very warming in the comments. Sometimes you're spitting that nonsense, but I let it slide. I'm trying to see the better side of human beings. You cure my demons. All of the nice ones is positive. I love you for life, dog. We got this shit. Yo, what's up, y'all? Guys, back with a dirty one for you today. Filthy, nasty, anything you want to call it. These things are on a level of disgustingness in the most beautiful way. I'm calling them a dirty dog. You got pork on pork. That's got to be a crime. Gotta roll my sleeves up for this one, I think. So because I've been craving these like a motherfucker, and also because my hot dog video, my other one that I've done, has done so well on the internet, I decided let's do that again, but on a whole nother level. So we got the same crunchy fries. As you can tell, the Cavendish. I cooked these a little, I don't know if I want to say a little too long, but maybe a little too long. Still awesome though. Just a moment for its glory. In all its glory. Are we getting that? Okay, cool. I just gotta get in for a few bites here. Take a look in there. So good. I've accepted that my hoodie's probably gonna get dripped on and wrecked in this video, so whatever. Laundry's for a reason, right? Everything balances so well. The bacon, the hot dog, that sauce, the tang from the pickle. Amazing. All right, so my friends are signed musicians with hits on the radio, and they tour and do performances, festivals, etc. So a couple years back, they were playing in a pretty good slot at the festival called Way Home. Way Home, a big festival, lots of big artists, mainstream people. Multi-day festival in a huge field in the middle of fucking nowhere. Anyways, last second,
They're like, yo, to me and my girl, they're like, yo, we can get you wristbands and shit for free. You can come hang out, come link with us, like in the VIP in the back, like just whatever, just party and shit. We're like sick, so we hop a bus. That's like an hour. It was like an hour and a bit away, 2 hours maybe. No, like an hour or something. Get there, cruise in, say our names and that to the people that are distributing the wristbands. Get our wristbands. Turns out they only got us general admission, not like the VIP band. So we were like, oh fuck, we're like really disappointed. But we're like, fuck it, we'll find them. We'll get backstage and with them eventually. So me and the old ball and chain head in, cruising around, get some drinks. We go check out way in the back, where like away from the stages, where everybody was like pitted, like living parked for the days, because we were going to try to procure some party substances because we didn't come prepared. And our boys were on in like, I want to say they were on in like a few hours. So we're just getting our pre-buzz on, just getting nice and drunk and listening to some bands from afar, essentially, because we're about to go check out where all the people are at. So we're sitting, there's like this dirt road with all these like porta potties. And we're just like drinking, sitting on this little grass patch. And I'm like, do you think we'll be able to find anything? My girlfriend's like, dude, it's going to be so easy. I was like, all right, I'll leave you in charge of it, because I don't want to go asking people for drugs. So we're sitting there, I kid you not. This dude's walking by. He's like kind of like, looks like kind of like Nar, a little bit like Cali, kind of just like surfer dude kind of thing. Just looks like a chill dude. My girlfriend goes, hey man, do you have any drugs for sale? First person we ask, he's like, yeah, like what do you want? What do you need? We're like, do you have any M? Because if you're at a festival, you probably want to do some M. It's the better music drug. It's like, yeah, I got some really, like some really prime shit. So, chops us a bag, and it was like this, like, I've seen M multiple times, and like it looks different, I guess, from time to time, but this shit was like purple crystals. I was like, okay, well, that seems like it's probably going to be pretty intense. As you can tell, I'm pretty conservative with the drugs. Like when I'm doing the drugs, I'm responsible with the drugs. My girlfriend, however, is reckless. She's just like, I just want to do the drugs, be on the drugs, and feel like I'm on the drugs. So it's still pretty early in the day. It's in the afternoon. I'm like, we should totally wait to drop these at the right time. Like we should, and when we do, we should kind of, you know, ease into them. We should roll them out a little bit. We'll see. We'll get rolling. We'll see how it starts feeling, and then if it's like, you know, it's not quite there, we'll take, you know, the right amount. Ooh, she won't even close. Hey, boys and girls, look at that. Oh, come on. Come on. Seriously? Wow. So good. So it's halfway through the day. Like we're pretty lit. Like we've been drinking heavy. There's like these fucking big things of like, it's like shaped like a guitar, like this plastic guitar, but it's full of wine. And we've just been chugging these like guitar wines all day. And then my friend's band gets on. They're up there just slaying it. Like I'm just like so impressed. I hadn't seen their live show in a while, and I was just like, holy fuck, these guys are on a level right now. The crowd turnout for them was fat. Like everybody was vibing. Like it was just so sick. And just loving life. They get off stage. They're at the side of the stage because like my buddy was doing autographs, and so we went over there because like, here's our opportunity to get back with them and like hang out. So we've been texting them like, yo, where are you at? And we're like, we can't get to the back. And they're like, KK, we'll get you in after we do our performance, and then we'll all just hang out and like just get fucked up. So we go, he signs the autographs, and everybody kind of dissipates. He's there, boom. He's like to security. He's like, yo, these are my guys. Like, it's all good. I know they don't have the proper band, but like they're with me. All good. So security lets us back through. So we go into the back. Go to their trailer. Musicians get to request all this like alcohol and food and shit, so we're just chilling, like all this stuff there for us to like just drink and eat. Played flip cup with some other artists and shit, and then it was dinner time, so we went to the artist dinner. So we like had like this big like banquet style dinner with all these like musicians that were there. And at that point, there was like this security girl who like kept like eyeing us and like kind of knew our bands were wrong, but she's being like a stickler about it. So she kind of like was like kind of honest at dinner, and we're like, well, whatever. Like she didn't really bust us per se or try to do anything because we were with the artist, so she couldn't really say much. And then so later on in the night, me and my girlfriend and my one other buddy too. We were gonna go see another band later, like I don't want to say 10 or 11, and so after dinner we started hitting the M, and like slowly trying to roll into it, and like it wasn't really kicking our ass yet, so we were just like, okay, cool, we'll up the amount or whatever. So it's getting later. The next band the band that we wanted to go see was on in like half an hour. So we mixed the M into like these like two drinks, and we just like took it in the drinks, and then there was like still like some left, like a bunch left in the bag though, because I was just like, okay, we can't, like I don't want to do it all. So we're like having these drinks. We go see the show. Show is over, like it's done, and we're like rolling at this point. We're feeling, I'm feeling it, but I'm not like, freaking out or anything. Still waiting for it to kick in kind of thing, but it's there, but it's not quite there yet. Now the show is over that we went to go see, so we want to go back to the backstage, to the VIP, to the trailer, where all our boys are, but we don't have those proper wristbands, so we go back through the gate, and there's a little security officer there. It's that girl who was kind of onto us before. Obviously, that would be the case. unbeknownst to me at this point, I'm going to preface what happens next with the fact that my girlfriend got frustrated and got reckless and was like, yo, like, not, and didn't tell me, just put all the rest of the M in her drink and fucking chugged it. So it's three of us, me, my girlfriend, and my buddy, all rolling, trying to talk this little security guard into like letting us go back there because all our shit was back there. So we needed our bags and stuff regardless. But we also just wanted to go back to where we were at, like with our guys. So she's getting all hyphy with us. Like she's like, no, I'm gonna call like, you know, extra security. Like you can't go back there. Da, da. I'm like, are you gonna stop me if I try? Like, there's nothing you can do. You're too small. Like, I'm going. So like, I push past her, and my girlfriend and my buddy like stay back. They don't go through, but I push past, and I like run to the trailer just to get our stuff. Like, I just wanted our stuff so we can like get on the bus and go back to the hotel or whatever. If we weren't allowed back there because like the concerts were wrapping up for the night. So I pushed past fucking Miss Rent-A-Cop police officer chick who just loves to enforce rules. And I get to the trailer. I throw my backpack and everything, like my girlfriend's backpack, everything. Right as I walk out of the trailer, boom, I'm fucking so high. Like, just, like, so high. Right then, I see this, like, I want to say, like, a little golf cart type thing. That's what the security cruised in with, like, its lights on. It's just, and, like, oh, we don't know, we can't see him. We don't know where he is. All these golf carts zoom in, and, like, I dip out the door, and I'm like, holy fuck. Like, I'm just so high, and I'm like, this shit is mission impossible right now. Like, I have to evade, not get arrested, not get kicked out, like shit like that in my head. And so there's all these like trailers and vans, and it's dark, and so I like on the main roads I can hear them like zipping around trying to find me, and like the radio's popping off, and I'm just like Tom Cruising, just fucking ninja shit, like rolling under fucking like trailers, and like just like going off corners and looking around and like trying to find my way back to like where I busted through the gate, because I'm like, I gotta go meet my girl and like my buddy and shit again. So like I roll out of the darkness and they're all there, and all of a sudden there's like an EMT little like emergency paramedic ambulance thing, not ambulance, but like the paramedics who cruise in those carts there, and the security guards and shit, and they're like, there he is, and she's like, get over here. She's like, your girlfriend is overdosing or something. Like, she's like, what did you guys take? I'm like, oh, we just took some MDMA that we got from some guy. I'm like, I'm high, but I'm fine. Like, I'm good. What's wrong? And like my girlfriend was on the back of this cart, this like paramedic cart, and she was like she was doing like this weird breathing thing. She was like, and her eyes were like rolled back into her head, and like they're like, okay, they're saying her name, like they're like, you know, come back to us, like you're good, like what was it, like just trying to like get her to come back and stuff. And it was like, I want to say a few minutes, like it was intense for a minute, but it was only like a few minutes, and then she slowly came back. But it was weird, like her body was like, her muscles and everything were like so tense and tight, and she just like looked like she was on a trip, and fucking. So she like slowly started to come back, and then she like was looking at us, and like she knew who I was and everything. And she's like, hey, but she was all like very like different, and because she was high on drugs, and all like the heat of like them being mad at us like just dropped as soon as like they saw like she was in potentially like some overdose situation. So they weren't like pissed at us. They're just like, hey, like you guys we're gonna take care of you guys, but then you guys we're gonna get you out of here, kind of thing. You gotta go. You're getting kicked out, but like we'll like see that you're okay, and then you gotta go. So we cruised with her on the buggy And like she came back. Eventually she was just like back to like normal. She was just high but normal. And she looked at me, she's like, I just tripped through the universe. I'm like, what? She's like, I was just in outer space. Like, I just fully left my body and went to outer space. And I was like, that's fucking crazy, dude. Like, I was like, you looked like you were in outer space. Like, you looked like you were fucking gone. Like, you were just, like, not in your body at all. And she's like, yeah, like, I just took a trip to the universe and now I'm back. And I was like, well, we're getting kicked out, so we gotta round up the guys or whatever, see, like, and go back to the hotel. So we got escorted to this gate, and then we had to like call a taxi to come get us and shit, and it ended up costing like $80 to $100 or something to get back. This was at the time too when there's like a big whole thing with cops shooting people, black people especially, I should say. And it's not really happened in Canada, but when you're like on drugs and you're tripping, and like this is like been headlining for like the weeks prior, we were like surrounded by all these cops when we were getting kicked out, and like the one dude was being like pretty aggressive, and our one friend who he was with my girlfriend when she like started tripping and that, he was on drugs as well, and fucking he was black, and the cop was just being like really weirdly aggressive towards him, and he's just like, man, I don't want any fucking problems. He's like, I don't want to die today. I don't want to get shot. He's like, I'm just going to stand here. The cab's coming. We're going. Like, no worries. He's like, it's not my day to die. So, like, that was kind of weird, too. It was kind of like, it just intensified the experience because we're all high as fuck. And then, like, this cop's being, like, super aggressive to my black friend. Anyways, we got back to the hotel. We were all fine. Had a good time. I was weirdly able to, like, I drank some more and fell asleep, like, pretty easily, pretty quick. I fully thought I was going to be tweaking, but not the case. Got kind of lost in the story and didn't pay attention to the dog. To be honest, I'm full. One of those times when you're just so starving, and then when you start eating, you get full too quick. So, yeah. My advice to you, don't be reckless with drugs. If you're going to do drugs, do them like me. Slowly. See what they're like. And then if you think you're at a point where, you know, you need this amount and you can tolerate it, go for it. But, like, don't fucking just be like my girlfriend and chug the rest of them and just be like, I'm going on a fucking trip to the galaxy. Okay? So just don't do that. That's my advice to you. Please try this recipe. Please make these. Like, it's just so simple, but it's so delicious. Until the next one, you guys know what it is. You gotta eat good, you gotta live well, you gotta stay true. Peace.